Okay. All right, fans out there. This is Mark and I's third try of getting you a video to see what our sessions look like. So we'll just get started and run through like we normally do.
Sure.
And hopefully we'll have a hit show here. So you ready to
Sounds
go,
good.
Marky?
Yep, let's get it.
Okie dokie. So we started with, if you look at my book, this is basically the workout from my book for a home cable gym workout. And we found that doing the squats with the bands heavy enough or harder on your arms and shoulders, holding the amount of weight that we need. So we started with some wall seats to pre-fatigue the legs. So that's what we're starting with now. So he's going to put his back against the wall, bend down to 90 degrees. First time we did these, Mark held for 15 seconds. And now some 6 weeks later, I think we're over a minute last time, which is pretty interesting because he's getting better at doing them, which means he's working the muscles better and he's working them way, way longer. And then now this is kind of a pre-fatigue that we're doing, so we don't have to go that many and that heavy when we do the squats with the bands. So it takes some of the onus off being really strong in your hands and shoulders when you're working your legs. So this is the wall seat, which is kind of our lead up to the squats, which you'll see in the book is the first exercise that we do with the bands. I can go right to bands if you want to, but this is not a bad little lead up. All right, we're getting close to 50 seconds here, Marky, so hang in, baby. Much better. God, that's amazing. All right, we're closing in on a minute. Let's see what you got. We're just going for the personal best now. Hang in, kid. Keep breathing. Keep thinking about those legs. That's it. Minute 10. Okay, we tied the record.
Nice.
Yeah, good stuff. So now that he's pre-fatigued, we are going to do some squats. Oh, this is, again, the tricky part, but Mark's gotten better at it. You're standing on the cables, you're standing on the bands, then you duck down, squat down, pull your hands to your shoulders. Okay, and that's tough. So now he's going to try to finish off with a couple of squats. Okay. And his legs are pre-fatigued, so we're not going to get a whole bunch of these, but I do want to get to failure. So we're almost getting to failure twice. Got to keep breathing, Marky. And every exercise you do, slow, controlled, and he's feeling the muscles he's working. Getting close. Good stuff. All right. So it took us very little, maybe 20 more seconds, 25 seconds of load time with 3 or 4 reps. We don't really count reps. We count load time and we count fatigue. That's our end point. So his squats and his legs are pretty much done. Now, the second exercise we do is probably as difficult as any. And for some people, if you have any back problems, we may go shy away from these a little bit. These are kind of vaguely stiff-legged deadlifts to work the glutes. So he's got the bands down pretty low. And then what we're doing is we're kind of holding. So we're trying to hold a contraction so his glutes and his lower back are working. And then down again. And you'll see in the book, you should be starting off about a little bend in the knee. That's it. And he's going to come back up like he's rocking on a rocking chair, extending his back and his glutes. You feeling that, Marky?
Yep, feeling it.
I want to make sure you're feeling when we're teaching that. So we did a couple of these even without bands just to get the feel. And since he had a little sciatic problem, we backed off these as far as going 1,000%. But he's gotten much better at it. And the sciatic's been pretty good, Mark?
Yeah, no issues.
All right, and we also did some sciatic stretching, which alleviates the spasm that people go into if they have the sciatic kind of problem, syndrome, I call it. So we'll show you that at the end. So we're just going to take this to where he feels maybe almost close to failure, but we would have to use a lot more weight, a lot more tension on those bands to get him there. I just want to make sure we get those muscles worked. You got one more?
Yeah, one more.
Okay. So he's rocking back a little bit, squeezing his butt, his lower back. And he's getting some good work. We could go heavier, but I'm working around that conservatively for that sciatic issue. That's good.
Oh, that's good.
Basically, what you've seen already is some really big muscle groups working, and lower body pretty much done for our 15-minute smart workout. And now what we're going to do is now you take the bands, and Mark set up 2 sets of bands, which helps if you get 2 sets of handles. But this first set, we put into the door about chest height, shoulder height. Make sure the door is secure. And we're going to do rowing, which works the big muscles, your upper back, shoulder blade area. So start so you have a little bit of a stretch. There you go, Marky. Perfect. And he's going to pull thumbs up, keep him up. That's it. So you're doing a rowing motion. See how his elbows go past his body? Now, from looking at this, I can tell you could probably move back an inch or 2, Marky, because you're getting that back position relatively easy. So on this one, stretch a little bit, move your feet back. So then we moves back 2 inches, you're going to give him a lot more tension on those bands. That's how you adjust the resistance. That you're feeling now, okay? So the action really is your shoulder blades in this position are rounding, hunching, rounding forward, and on the contraction, they're pinching together, and you're trying to pull from your upper back, even though your arms are included in this. I want everybody to try to start feeling the back working kind of independently, even though it's not happening of the arms. I don't want it to be an arm exercise. I want it to be an upper back exercise. That's it. But you got some big muscles working after we fatigue some big muscles in the lower body. So he's breathing at a pretty good rate right now, and his heart rate's up, I guarantee it. Chest up, Marky. That's it. That's my finished position. That's what I want right there. How we doing? Hanging in?
Yep. One more.
Okay, let's see what you got. Keep it going. Keep it going. Do not let it stop, Marky. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, this is looking strong. We almost need more weight or stepping back next time. All right, go back about halfway. All right, go back from there, all the way back. One shot. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Hold it, pull, pull, pull. Give me an isometric, a hold. All right, good stuff. All right, so we went to failure. I mean, I'm getting a good idea of when he's reaching failure. He's getting a better idea of it. And so this is what happens as you go through a progression and we get to work together a little bit. Now, do we leave the same weight or take 10 off, Marky? Do you remember?
Same weight.
Same weight. So now the next exercise we're doing is a Pec Fly, a hug a tree. And you use a pretty good weight for this. 1 foot in front of the other. Arms kind of long. I could say elbows soft so your arm isn't locked out. And we're working the chest and the front of the shoulder. Get a little stretch back, see his shoulder stretch. That's it, Marky. Slow down just a hair. And feel the chest. The chest, not the easiest muscle group to feel. That's pretty nice. He's working on the way back. He's not letting the weight back. He's working it back, resisting. So we're going from the shoulder now to the sternum in the middle. You're going to feel, and that's the action and the angle and the range of motion that the pec produces. Hands up a little higher, Marky. Give me a little more chest. There you go. As you get fatigued, there are going to be signs. Breathe, Marky. There's going to be signs of fatigue. Your body's going to try to get leverage and take the workload off the intended muscle group. This looks really good. His form and control really good. Little pop there, Marky. More subtle start, but we're almost there. Come on. You feeling that chest?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Give me a perfect rep here. Subtle start and just keep it moving. That's it. That's it. That one you felt. Squeeze. Squeeze. Middle, 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 middle. Come on. Good. Work it back. We're almost there. We're almost there. Stay with me, Marky. Hands up a little higher. Now squeeze from there. Squeeze. Give me a half. Give me a half. Squeeze. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. That's it. Okay. Come back. Hands up a little higher. Now just squeeze a contraction. Just hold. Hold for 5 seconds. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right, baby. Failure. In these workouts, we strive for failure. Think about it. It's bizarre, but it works. Anyway. So now we've got the big muscles done. So centrally, globally, cardiovascularly, whatever you want to call it, he's done a lot of work. I mean, big muscles demanding oxygen at huge rates with very little rest in between. And as he's gotten in better condition, we've taken less and less rest. Now, didn't we take 10 off of this, Marky, for curls?
Yes, we did.
See, he needs me.
I do.
He still needs me. I say just releasing the 10 and he's ready to go. So now we're going to do some bicep curls. We went out of order from the book because we're going to do the shoulder laterals next. We're going to do them later only because of convenience of setting up the band situation. All right, so arms a little bit straight. We're bending around the elbows, bicep curl. Now see how he moved his elbows a little bit forward? That's flexion of the shoulder as well as bending, which is flexion of the elbow. So those are 2 things that the biceps do. So you're leaning back, you're keeping your balance, get a little bit of extension. Now come on up, Marky. Now give me some juice at the top here. I need you to get that extra inch. That's it. That makes a big difference. Steady. And if the bands ever dissipate so that you don't have real resistance, then you stop there and keep the tension on the muscle. Now we're going. All right, this is direct action to the bicep, so it gets tired kind of quick. Come on, Marky. That's it. Down steady. Now it's in your head. Now you got to push it a little bit. These things burn. Come on. Come on. Get up, and when you think you're up, give me another half inch. Come on. That's it. That's it. That's it. We're going to do one more time. Halfway up. Anything you got. Just go. Marky, go. Breathe and contract for 5-7 seconds. Come on. Breathe and squeeze the bicep. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's good. That half inch makes a big difference. My grandmother used to say in Italian, you know, a half inch isn't much, but on the end of your nose, it makes a big difference. Said it in Italian. My mother told me what it meant. Anyway, all right, now, the next one we do is a little different than we have in the book, the tricep kickbacks. And didn't we take some weight off there, Marky?
Yes, we did.
Instead of doing an overhead tricep extension, we're doing just a straight pullback, or what we call a kickback. And I think it just saves time, and it's even easier on the elbows. But you could do the tricep extensions as I have in the book if you'd like, not a problem. You're pulling straight back from the back of that arm. So where you see from the crease in his shoulder in the shirt to where the shirt ends, that's the muscle group we're working. And he's pulling back and trying to get that little bit of oomph at the end. That last inch, last 5 degrees of motion is very difficult, but very isolated. Come on, Marky, pull, pull. And feel tension on the way back. Looking real good. Always make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Come on. See, you're starting to fatigue a little bit. You can see it happening. It get a little shaky. Right, now, this is the one we came here for, Marky. You got to make this thing work. Now go back. Even if you don't produce movement, keep producing tension as much as you can. Come on. Come on. A little more. A little more. All right. Bad. All right, so Marky's up 90% done with his major part of his workout. That's how quick this thing happens. But he's now centrally, and after his wall seats, believe it or not, he was globally working. Now we're going to do the light band and doing the shoulder lateral. We did that with I think we did it with 20, Marky?
Yes, 20.
Okay, and that was getting kind of easy almost. So you didn't have it set up on the other band set?
No, I didn't. So we're just going to use this one.
Okay. So he has another set of bands where you can maybe keep it set for any lighter kind of movements. So now he's going to just use what he had here. I had a 20 on here. And these now shoulder work what we call fast twitch muscle fibers. And what that means, contrary to what people say on television, is that means these muscle fibers get tired quickly. That's what fast twitch means, fast fatiguing. So this might feel really kind of light and easy in the beginning. You got the right one on there, Marky?
Whoops.
Yeah, that's going to be way more than we need. Okay. I thought something was wrong. I was going to say, all of a sudden, this guy got strong in a week, like super strong. I don't think I could do that. Sometimes Mark does this. He just stalls for time. You know, that's the way he is.
Trying to get some extra recuperation in there.
Rest. Okay.
There we go. We're back.
All right, so that looks really easy for him, and it is. And just go down to where the tension dissipates right there, Marky, and back up. So working shoulders. Again, I call it a long arm, soft elbow. I don't need the elbows locked, but I want them long. That's going to give me a nice fulcrum, nice press on the shoulder. Down steady. Now, these were relatively easy for him, and he's going to start to fatigue rather quickly. Down steady, Marky. Keep the tension on the muscle constantly for the whole set. Come on. There you go. Now you see his little struggle at the top. Now we got to stay with it because these muscle fibers want to shut off fast. Okay, fast twitch. Fast fatigue. Come on, come on. A little bit. Add a little extra. That's what I want. A little more. Come on, these got to burn. It's the nature of the beast. Go up, go up, go up. Even if you don't produce movement, produce tension and breathe, breathe, breathe. Pull. All right, kid. Yeah, they go. When they go, they go. So basically, that's the whole basic 7. That's all the major muscle groups, major functions that we do. And you can fiddle with it a little bit, but it's been so consistently productive for the last 50 or so years that I've been doing it with people. Okay, now we've done. You can take a drink or something, Marky, if you want to, take a sip or whatever. That's fine. Got the major stuff done. So now I went from my chapter in the book, Dr. Ben's Ab Secret, which is really no secret. A little anatomy lesson. Your abs are located in front of your spine. When they contract, they compress your sternum to your navel, which means they round your lower back. If your lower back is not rounded, you're not working abs. So the first thing we do is a pelvic tilt. He's pressing his lower back down, and he's coming up and trying to raise his chest to the ceiling, contract. Again, even if not more movement, more tension. And this isolates abs. Lower back has to be rounded in any ab work that you do. I don't care what it is. If it's not rounded, you're working the psoas, the muscles that attach to your lower spine, iliopsoas, and we don't want that. That's how you hurt your back, thinking you're doing abs because you're not doing abs. So he's crunching up, holding for about 5 seconds, and he's pressing. By the way, if your lower back is stiff, sore, sciatic, this is the first exercise I give back patients. All right, so now we've done our kind of crunches. Mark, you ready to do a couple leg raises?
Yep.
Okay, he's coming up, crunching now, legs straight. This is advanced. You don't start this in the beginning. Down and back up, Marky. Keeping the lower back down. Limited range until you get more flexible, but which he has. And he's a big guy, so okay. He did a couple of leg raises. You're not going to do a lot of reps if you're isolating abs. We may do a couple more just to build up some specific endurance for that exercise. So we'll try a couple more leg raises. And the lower you take those feet, the harder it is because the more torque you've created. I'll explain that at some point, but it just means you made your legs heavier by going farther from your butt. All right, believe it or not, his abs are done. All right, that's all you can do muscularly. The rest of the abs situation. Now, Marky, from your chest to your waist is now a pretty good indentation. When we first started, we didn't have that decline. So now and how much have we taken off that belt size? Do you remember?
3.5 inches off the belt.
Jesus, that's beautiful. I mean, if that's not a good body comp, then tell me what is. All right, so now we're going to do a sciatic stretch, which is in the book. Cross the one leg over, you pull with the same side hand back, and you torque or twist that knee until you're going to feel your femur, your big bone that goes from your upper leg to your hip. You're going to feel it on your butt, on the side of your butt. That's where the sciatic nerve comes out, and that's where the spasm starts to happen. So this is called Dr. Ben's sciatic stretch. I've given this to people for years. I do it myself every day because I've got sciatic issues, and it really relieves that spasm. So the sequence of sciatic issues are number 1, fatigue, then number 2, spasm, and then number 3, pain. So if we can keep those muscles stronger by our deadlifts and our squats, we reduce the fatigue element. If we can do the stretch, take the muscle out of spasm, we reduce that issue, and then we never hopefully get to that pain point. You're feeling that exactly, and Mark's got a lot more movement out, a lot more flexibility than he did the first time. So that's something to be expected from this. A full contraction in a muscle is a full stretch for the opposite or antagonistic muscle. People don't realize how much flexibility you get out of doing full range exercise. That almost feels good, right, Mark? I mean, it's relieving that little bit of tension.
Oh, that feels really good. I'm doing that a couple times a week.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. So basically, that's our deal, right? I mean, that's our whole. He's got his abs, he's got his sciatic stretch, he's got all his major muscle groups, and he's done this now. He's getting quicker and quicker. I didn't even time it, but you guys can time it on the tape. That was with a little bit of dance for doing our shoulders, getting them set. But anyway, I think we're well under 15 minutes for the basic workout, and I think for the whole workout, we're probably no more than 15, 16 minutes. And that's what we do, and that's what everybody does twice a week. It's as simple as that. So any comments, Marky, on how you've done so far? Or, you can tell the truth.
Sure. I know this is the first time I've done any structured workout in many years. And I'm pretty busy at work. And I think this is like super efficient and effective. And I feel stronger, and I can see muscle tone in a variety of areas that I never had it. And I feel more stable too. My core feels more stable. I'm walking, about 4 to 6 miles a day.
How many pounds have you lost totally, Marky?
25 since March.
Okay. And then we started working out in June or something?
No,
June?
started working out for first week in April.
All right. How many? Okay. So we've done, has it really been that long?
We've
Oh
done
my
about
God.
8. We've done about 8 or 9 weeks.
Okay. And the last few weeks, Marky's done one on his own and one with me. So, I'm trying to wean you off somebody there, but it always helps to perform for somebody. And that's what we do. So I'm not trying to sell a bunch of sessions. I'm trying to get you to learn how to do this and at least feel when you're not doing it right. Then we do the one workout a week. We tighten up a couple of things, angles and postures and stuff, but this is working out really well. And I mean, I don't know if we have him before pictures, but Marky looks completely different, has done a great job. So
Oh, thanks.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
it feels great, and I can see the looks different, and I can
Oh, yeah.
feel the body composition is very different.
Yeah.
And so it's been great. It's been absolutely great working with you on all this stuff. I feel like
Yeah,
you've helped me move through it.
And we always end the session with a joke. So I don't know if I tell you this from Marky. So a guy's sitting in a bar in New York watching the 6 o'clock news. And the police are trying to talk a guy off a ledge to keep him from jumping. So a nice looking blonde sits right next to him. And she goes, "What's going on?" He says, "Well, they're trying to talk this guy off the ledge. He may jump, he may not." The guy says, "I think he's going to jump." The blonde says, "I don't think so. Let's bet." So they bet $20. They put $20 on the bar. So sure enough, the guy jumps and the blonde passes her $20 bill over to the guy. And they're drinking and talking and getting along. He says, "Listen, I feel guilty. I actually saw this on the 5 o'clock news, and this was the 6 o'clock. I saw it already." And the blonde said, "So did I." He says, "Well, if you saw the 5 o'clock news, you saw him, why did you bet that he wasn't going to jump?" She says, "Well, I didn't think he was going to do it again." All right, Mark.
That's awesome. Okay.
With that.
It's great seeing you. Take care.
All right. Stay well, kid.
Thanks. You too.
Bye, Marky.
Bye. Love it. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't know where that joke was going.